Python, made by Falcon Delacy. It may not be popular choice chosen by explorers as far as ships go, but I would argue that the most important thing when you go to the black for extended periods of time is to fly something that you like flying. And I love that ship. And here it is, my Millennium Python.
What a piece of junk!
It may not look like much, but it's got where it's count, kid. I've made a lot of special modifications myself to it. This ship lives up to its name. What you're looking at is a 60 light-years jump range Python. That's 18.5 parsecs for you Han Solos out there. Its jump range rises even more to 75 light-years after basic frameshift drive injection, to 90 after standard frameshift drive injection or White Dwarf supercharging, and to 121 light-years after premium frameshift drive injection. Neutron Star supercharging will give it 242 light-years range. And that's just the start of the good things about the Snake. You're probably thinking its modules are downsized so much that I don't even have boost on it.
Well, yeah, I think so.
Think again. It can boost up to 380 meters per second, which is faster than a speed of sound in Earth's atmosphere conditions. It's got an SRV on board as well, for material gathering, exobiology specimen searching, and expedition meetups. It's a medium-sized ship, so I can bring all the other stuff with me as well. Stuff such as repair limpet controllers and 2 autofield maintenance units. It's got shields too for some tricky landings and reckless flying. And even if they fail, hull is actually not made of paper. In fact, its hull is as strong as a stock corvette on my little exploration ship. I even sacrificed some mass and fitted heatsinks as well, just in case it gets too hot. Not that the ship needs it, as it runs cold as ice, 23% idle. It can sit right next to the star without a problem. And 6A fuel scoop will replenish the tanks in mere moments. It can jump 6 times at full range before it will need another fuel scooping. Let's peek inside. This is the build. No weapons, obviously, as there's no need for any. In utility slots, I have one heatsink with lightweight modifications on it. Moving to core internals. Hull of this ship has grade 5 heavy-duty armor with deep plating. This modification does not add any mass to basic bulkheads, as its value is added as a percentage of the original one, which is 0. So why would you not apply it? It's free ship health with no downsides. Size 3 grade A overcharged power plant is all it's needed to run this ship. I've got lightweight effect applied on it as well. To still have a boost, I didn't downsize thrusters that much, and clean drive tuning is massive for heat management. Again, some mass have been shaved from this module as well. Modifications on a frameshift drive are pretty standard. Grade 5 increased range with mass manager on top. Frameshift drive itself is not standard though. This is the pre-engineered V1, unlocked at tech brokers. It will give you an extra light year of range, and it boots up in only 2 seconds. Nothing fancy on the derated life support, some mass reduction is all. Out there, deep in the void, there's little difference if your life support can keep you alive for 7 or 30 minutes, if your canopy breaks. The biggest downside is the power distributor, all the way down to size 2. I had it engineered to be engine focused with cluster capacitors for that sweet boost capability. Ship's sensors hold the record of having the biggest weight loss. I wasn't holding on to my maths here. Almost 80% mass decrease with grade 5 lightweight modification. Downside is my target scan angle is decreased. Doesn't matter. I'm always facing my scan targets anyway. I don't have to have eyes around my head with this vessel.
Yes, keep thinking that.
Fuel tanks are stock. Some people downsize those, I do not. It's safer that way when navigating in regions of galaxy sparse with hydrogen-producing stars. No fuel rat had to save me yet. As the optional internals go, the most important thing here is fuel scoop. By tradition and common sense, you always put the biggest one you can on your exploration ship. I also have cargo racks installed. I need at least one for synthesized repair limpets. And while I'm on the subject, there it is, 1D repair limpet controller. This thing can repair hull and cracks in the canopy. There's also Guardian frameshift drive booster, adds additional 10 light years to my range. It's some power in return. Think of it as a turbocharger on a car. For the enhanced low power and stripped down shields, they are not going to be any good against any attacks, but they will provide protection from taking damage while landing. That's their job here. And then I've got 2 out-of-field maintenance units. Those things, unlike repair limpets, fix internal modules. I've got 2, so one can repair the other. Why C-rated? Because I could not find A-rated in Colonia. Simple as that. I've got them shielded. Just grade 1. Why not? SRV bay. Yes, you know that already. 1 scarab in it. No spare. I'm trying to have this ship as light as possible at the same time of being well equipped. Lastly, detailed surface scanner with expanded probe scanning radius. I could hardly imagine an exploration ship without this module. I hadn't had mats for grade 5 back then, and I still, over all these years, hadn't bothered to get it there. It's still good anyway. If I would strip off shields, SRV, heatsinks and the limpets, as well as downsize thrusters and power plant even more, I may get it to 65 light years. But that's just not worth it. All in all, this is my favorite ship in the game, and I wouldn't replace it for anything else.
They've just announced Python Mark II.
I might have to eat my own words here. We shall see. Anyway, thanks for watching, 07 Commanders.